Is your business environment a bit drab, maybe lacking some creativity, and you'd like to give it a bit of a boost? Then you might just love this week's business book review. It Pays to Play by Kristi Herold is a great book if you're looking for data on how creative spaces that encourage play in a work environment can add to greater profits and productivity at work. I'd give it about a 4 out of 5 head tilts, on the basis that Herold did a pretty good job providing her sources and not simply saying research shows without any sort of citing on what that research actually is. Don't get me wrong, by the way, it's in there, but it's very few, and I think she did a really good job, which, by the way, is very rare for books in this space, which are probably more of an opinion piece than an academically researched theory. I think if you're a leader with a struggling boutique lifestyle business, maybe you've reached a bit of a plateau and you need some fresh ideas to inject into your business, this book could become a 5 out of 5 for you. If you're already a fan of creative spaces and games in the work environment, then this book isn't going to be revolutionary, but it might give you some of the data to back up your thinking. This book would be very valuable to the traditional business owner that thinks work is for work and there's no place for fun time or stupid games. And if you are that kind of leader, or you work for one and you want to expose them to some new ideas, this book is great. But don't have them waste their time reading the whole book. Frankly, they could read the first chapter and the last chapter and get all they need. I felt the rest of the chapters were, a bit like, don't agree with me yet. I still have more points that I've already said, but I want to repeat them anyway. If you aren't sold after chapter 1, there isn't much hope for you in putting games into the workplace anyway. But the last chapter I will share with you has a lot of great ideas on how to incorporate games into the workplace. And then she provides a list of different types of games to implement, broken down by price and their difficulty to implement. Here's a few highlights from the book that I really enjoyed. When people have friends at work, they're more invested in their jobs and more motivated to do their best for each other. The 64% of the workforce that's disengaged can be split up further into 2 groups: not engaged and actively disengaged. Not engaged means that they're psychologically unattached to their job and on the lookout for something better. This group makes up about 51% of the workforce. Over half. Actively disengaged means they're miserable at work and likely a virus, most likely spreading this unhappiness to coworkers and customers. This group makes up 13% of your workforce. Making a little time for play in the workplace will show your teammates that you care about them as people, that they matter beyond just the work they deliver. It's important to know how to lose. When people lose together, there's a lot of learning that can be gained from that experience. In the end, I don't think this book is going to change a lot of minds, not because the book isn't well articulated in the goal, it is, but fundamentally, I doubt any game haters are ever going to change their minds regardless. But I do think it's an excellent read for the curious leader who wants to learn more about it. And it's a super fast read. So even if you read all the chapters, not just the first one and the last one, you're going to get through it pretty quickly. By the way, if you've enjoyed this review, I'd be honored if you'd like the video and subscribe as well, so that when I release another book review, you're going to be notified. And if you enjoy these reviews, then you would love my business book scorecard. It's a free Q&A that takes just a few minutes, and at the end, you're going to get a custom curated list of the top 10 books for you based upon where you're at in your specific entrepreneurial journey. The reality is all books can become a 5 out of 5 if you read them at the right time in your business development. Why waste time reading books that don't apply directly to you? I've already sorted through over 500 business books to share with you the top 10 books that apply directly to you. It's fast, it's free, and the link is inside the description of this video. Until the next time, let's both try a little harder to be a little better. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch that book review. If you liked it, I think you might like this one as well. Check it out.